this video of the chapter 3rd Pol Science Electoral Politics, we discussed about what is election and why do we need elections. In this video, first of all, we will discuss about is it good to have political competitions. Elections mainly refer to political competitions because political competition helps a political party and leaders to win the election because they know that if they raise issue that people want to be raised, their popularity and chance of victory will increase in the next election. But if they do not fulfill their aspiration of the people, they will not be able to win again. But these political competition also have the demerits. These political competition create a feeling of the disunity and factionism. Factionism means when political leaders attracted the voters at the base of the caste and the religion, मीन्स जब पॉलिटिकल लीडर लोगों को कास्ट और रिलीजन के बेस इशू उठा के उनकी वोट्स को गेन करे, दैट इज नॉन एज अ फैक्शनिज्म एंड दैट क्रिएट्स अ फीलिंग ऑफ द डिसयूनिटी एंड दिस कंपटीशन in this competition the political parties allegation against each other means they are blaming on the certain issues to each other and they are not thinking about the voters and the countries. And the political parties and candidates use dirty tricks to win election means those are powerful, they are using their power and money to get a vote of the voters, and so that's why they are winning. And these political competitions does not allow to think about a long term policy to be formulated means political party के leaders आपस में ही लड़ने में लग जाते हैं और करंट इश्यूज को वो क्या है, करंट इश्यूज को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रेज करते हैं. उनके पास टाइम नहीं होता कि कंट्री के लिए, लोगों के लिए वो लॉन्ग टर्म की कोई पॉलिसी को फॉर्मुलेट कर सके जिससे लोगों का और कंट्री का वेलफेयर हो. सो दैट्स वाई सम गुड पीपल हु वांट टू सर्व द कंट्री, दे डोंट वांट टू लाइक टू एंटर दिस एरिना मीन्स ड्यू टू दिस डर्टी गेम, they don't want to participate in the political elections and so they want to avoid unhealthy competition. So in this way we have the disadvantage to take the service of that good persons. In spite of these demerits, our constitution makers opted competition because they know political competition motivate leaders to work for the welfare of people, and then this system worked better in the long run. For know about more about the elections, we have to understand what is our system of elections. Elections for the Lok Sabha or the parliament that are held after every 5 years in our country at the same time are known as the general elections. And the election for the Vidhan Sabha that are held after every 5 years for the state are known as a by-election because they are not conducted at the same time in each state. Our country follow the area-based system of the representation that is known as the constituencies. And for the purpose of the election, the country is divided into the small area. This is known as the electoral constituencies. The voters who live in a constituency elect their representative. Means हर एक elections area में से एक leaders को choose किया जाता है. There are different constituencies for the Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha and the municipal elections. For the Lok Sabha, the country is divided into 543 constituencies and the representative elected from each constituency is called a member of parliament or an MP. And 2 members for the Lok Sabha are elected by the president from the Anglo-Indian Unions. And same things for the Vidhan Sabha. The elected representative of this constituency is referred to as a member of Legislative Assembly or an MLA. And each parliament constituency has within several assembly constituency means Lok Sabha में हर एक state के representative होते हैं, that is known as a MLA. Same thing is there. Each village or town is further divided into several wards that are like constituencies, and each ward elect 1 member from the village and from the cities and from the local bodies. Now the reserve constituency. The system of reservation is provided because our constitution's maker were worried that in an open electoral competitions, certain weaker sections may not stand a good chance to get elected to the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies because the weaker section did not have the required resources, educations and contact to contest and win election. Even if they stood for election, they were a possibility than those who are powerful एंड रिसोर्सफुल मे प्रिवेंट देम फॉर विनिंग इलेक्शन। मीन्स हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकर ये जानते थे कि वीकर सेक्शन अपने वेलफेयर के लिए अगर इलेक्शंस में खड़े होंगे भी तो पावरफुल पर्सन उन्हें ना ही खड़े होने देंगे, अगर खड़े होंगे तो उन्हें जीतने नहीं देंगे। सो दैट्स वाई द सीट्स आर रिजर्व फॉर द वीकर सेक्शंस। द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकर है रिजर्व कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी फॉर द वेलफेयर ऑफ द वीकर सेक्शंस। Some constituency are reserved for people who belonging to the scheduled caste at a scheduled times. For Lok Sabha, 84 seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and 47 for the scheduled tribes. And in many states, in panchayat and the municipality committees and the corporation, the seats are also reserved for the other backward class that is known as OBC. And one third seats are reserved in the panchayat and the municipal committee or the corporation for the women candidates also. And once the constituency means the constituency area was decided, the next step is to decide who can and cannot vote. In our country, all citizens who has an age of 18 years and above 18 can vote in election. And there is no discrimination on the basis of the caste, religion and the genders. And before the elections, a list of those who are eligible to vote is prepared, and that is known as a voter list or the electoral roll. Means electoral roll is a list of all people in the constituency who are registered to vote in Indian elections. And it is a responsibility of the government to get the name of all the eligible voters put on the voter list. When a new person attain voting age, that is a 18 years, then their names are added to the voter list. And name who those move out of a place and those are dead are deleted. Means जो पर्सन उस इलेक्शन एरिया को छोड़ के चले गए या डेड हो गए तो उनका नेम उस लिस्ट से रिमूव किया जाए। एंड ए कंप्लीट रिविजन ऑफ द लिस्ट टेक प्लेस एवरी 5 years. मीन्स लिस्ट को अपडेट करने के लिए हर 5 years के बाद लिस्ट के नेम को रीटैली किया जाता है। In the last few years, a new system of the EPIC election photo identity card has been introduced. Means government provide कर रही है कि हर एक वोटर्स को वोटिंग से पहले ये कार्ड प्रोवाइड हो। And the provision of the voter ID card has been made to prevent the false voting. Means if voter has a EPIC means election photo identity card, then they have to right to vote. And but the card is not compulsory for voting only. For voting, the voter can show any other valid ID like driving license, ration card and the PAN cards. And after the voter list is prepared, the candidate list is also prepared, and that we will discuss in the next video. And these topic related questions you have to do on your fair notebooks, and you have to send me the pics also.